What up, fam? How are we doing today? All right, we're a couple days in, right? So we started with building a foundation for ourselves, okay? Something that you can stand on, right? What it is that you want, who it is that you want to be, and actually visually seeing that right in front of you, okay? Then living through the growth mindset, being in that growth mindset, and then the words that you speak to yourself. Right? Now we're going to dig. Now is time to dig in. Dig in and understand yourself, why you do what you do. So right now I want you to get a pen and a paper. Okay, if you don't have that near you, just pause this video and go get that and come back to us. All right, so if you have it right there with you, I want you to put it close or bring it close, okay? Because this is going to be really a working session, all right? So this is going to be me asking you questions and you filling in, like doing the answers, doing the work, right? Because, hey, this is a workshop. We're going to do some work, all right? So we're going to dive in, we're going to dig in, really being vulnerable with yourself and understanding yourself brings you more connected to yourself, right? It brings back the power to you, helps you understand that you are in control of your life. You are in control of yourself, okay? So understanding yourself, being vulnerable with yourself is your connector to yourself and your connector to others, all right? So we're gonna dive into our judgments today, okay? Diving into that judgmental mindset and why it's there. Because right now you might be at a point to where your judgments are ruling your life, right? And you're probably like, I don't even know why I'm judging and I don't even want to do it, but I go to the grocery store and it just comes into play. I'm scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on social media and it just comes into play. I'm like walking outside and I judge this little kid. Like, I don't even know why I'm doing these things. Okay, so you're going to understand right here, right now, why they come into play and really where they come from so that you can eliminate this negative behavior for good. Eliminate this negative behavior to create that peace within you. All right, so you're going to find out for yourself all these things, but this behavior could really be a defense mechanism, a self-worth worry. It could be a comparison pattern that really no longer serves you. All right, so let's dig in. So you're going to grab your piece of paper, all right, and you're going to do it landscape ways, all right? And what you're going to do first is you're going to create a chart, all right? I'm going to do this with you so that you completely understand. But you know always that if you don't have a question, if you don't understand, if you do have a question, you pause the video, you ask me a question in the Facebook group, or you ask me a question, send me a question to my email. All right? So first, when you're in your landscape ways, you're going to, at the top of the page, you're going to write, I'm willing to witness my judgment without judgment. I'm willing to witness my judgment without judgment. You're going to write that at the top of the page, okay, at the tippity top. All right? And then you're going to do, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to do, let me show you this first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I witness my judgment without judgment up here. And then you're going to do 4 columns. Okay? So the first one, and I'm going to dive into each column before I get into the next column. Okay? So the first column that we're doing, the first thing that we are really going to dive into is who. Who am I judging? What am I judging? And you're going to list 10 of these down the line in the first column. Okay, so it can be who. And I want you to make sure that you become super, super honest with yourself. No one will see this. No one will see this. This is for you. This is your time to heal, your time to create, find, be the peace within yourself. Okay? Give yourself that gift. Honor yourself in this moment. All right? Throughout this whole time, you're going to be super honest with yourself. And you might feel a little weird, like, well, yeah, it's in my head, but like I don't really want to write it down and see it. You gotta get it out of this head. You gotta get it out so that it stops popping up at random times and destroying the rest of your day. All right? So, first you're gonna write down 10 people, okay? 10 people. Who or what am I judging, okay? So that's in the first one. And you're just going to write name, okay? And then you're going to create pretty much their own boxes, okay? Like this, okay? So you have someone's name here, and then you'll have a box for that one. Then you have someone named here, then you'll have a box for that one. Someone's name here, then you, okay? You understand? Like you can answer me, like I hear you. But if you don't, again, email me, all right? So, whom, what am I judging, right? Just let them flow on the page. Remember, don't judge it. Don't, pull back like, oh no, like I shouldn't write that person down. Just let it go. Let it flow, okay? It could be like your neighbor. I always judge my neighbor. I always judge her because she runs past the house every morning, and it's so early in the morning, and her dog barks at my dog, and my dog's barking so early in the morning, and it's just crazy. Okay, why does she have to do this run with her dog in the morning? Whatever it is. Okay, so you just write down that person, all right? So then in the next column, for each person or thing, you're going to do each one of things that I'm about to say, all right? So the next thing in the next column is, how does this judgment make me feel? How does this judgment make me feel? And I've already said this, I know a million times, but be honest. Be honest. We don't always take a step back from our attacking thoughts and really check in with the feelings that are underneath them. All right, you're going to describe it in full detail, how each one of these make you feel. Be descriptive, maybe you want to punch a wall, or furious, or you feel justified or empowered, you feel like your throat is closing up. Go as far as describing how it feels in your body. All right, so the second column is, how does this judgment make you feel? So you have your neighbor. How does this judgment about your neighbor make you feel? When this, when I'm in my judging mode, I feel rage. I feel that I need to speak with her. I feel like empowered, and I feel my shoulders tense up and like my throat close in, and it almost makes me want to yell at her. At this time, you're going to witness your judgment without judgment. You're not going to judge whatever you say or whatever comes into mind at this time. Give yourself permission to completely unleash your words, your thoughts onto this page. All right? So, you're going to pause this video now, and you're going to go through every single person as to how you feel justified, or how this judgment makes you feel. Okay? How that judgment makes you feel on every single person. For this person, how does that judgment make you feel? For that person, how's judgment? For that person, how does judgment make you feel? All right? So go ahead, you can pause this now and go through all of those. All right, and now that we have you back, all right, you might feel a little scummy or crummy, or you might feel like your chest is like puffed up and you're like, yeah, like, no, this is great. Whatever it is, there's nothing right, there's nothing wrong, it just is. So, whatever is coming out for you or what is being for you, let it be there. You probably have never met with these feelings or met with these thoughts face to face because you keep pushing them away, or you just like throw them in the air, like here and there and there, and you never meet with them face to face. All right, so good job on those first two. Really, it's a hard one. So now the third one, so in the third column, all right, you're going to write in, why do I feel justified in this judgment? Right? Why do I feel empowered to feel this judgment? Why do I feel the need to feel this judgment? Why do I feel justified in this judgment? Okay, so don't judge your justification. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel ashamed about these thoughts or judgments. Give yourself full permission to get it out on the page. Full permission. All right, for my neighbor example, it could be, I feel justified because I need to tell her what's right. I need to tell her what she's doing wrong. I need to let her know, like, it's not okay for the rest of us on the street for your dog to be barking at all the other dogs. You don't have to sway this way where my words are going with the neighbor example, but, really allow yourself to be in this moment and feel that. Okay, why do I feel justified in this judgment? And again, why do I feel justified in this judgment about the neighbor? And then the next one, why do I feel justified about this judgment? Okay, you're going to do one for each. All right, so go ahead, you can pause this now and dive deep into that one. All right, last one, fourth column. All right, so this one's going to be a big one. All right, this one is going to be your almost aha moment, which will be great for you. Okay, so this is, so what you're going to ask yourself is, what moment in my life triggered me to feel justified in this judgment or with this judgment? So what moment in my life triggered me to feel justified about this judgment, in this judgment, for this judgment? All right, so this gives you an opportunity to use free writing to uncover your past experiences. Okay, this is powerful, yet it might really be uncomfortable. That's okay, because you're starting to learn what's on the outside of your comfort zone, right? Maybe even in the first video that you had the first day of this workshop, visualizing all those things, that kind of got you out of your comfort zone if you've never done that before. But on the other side, what comes outside of that comfort zone is learning, is growing, is understanding yourself and being able to move through all these fears or insecurities that may be popping up. Okay, so it's going to be powerful, but yes, uncomfortable for sure, but you're going to list all the possible triggers, the past wounds, traumatic events, okay, anything, and list whatever comes to mind. Don't edit yourself at all. Trust whatever you put on the page is really exposing something for you. Okay, it's giving you a gift, right? So on the fourth one, you have, what moment in my life triggered me to feel this judgment about the neighbor with all that, okay? And you're going to do that for each one. Remember, you have 10. You have 10. I didn't say 8. I didn't say 4 and then come back to it. 10. 10, 10, 10. All right? So on to your fourth one, all right? What moment in my life triggered me to feel justified in this judgment? Example, with the neighbor could be that, my teacher in 5th grade, she always bossed me around and told me what to do, and then I saw my coach bossing me around, and then I had my first boyfriend boss me around, did the same things. And, I just never want someone to walk all over me ever again. And that's what I feel like this lady is doing to me. She's like doing it on purpose. But then, let's say, as you write it down and you're seeing your thoughts visually, like with your own eyes, you kind of take a step back and it's like, wait a minute. Now that I think about this, is this lady really doing this to hurt me? Does she even know me? Is she even thinking about me? Does she need to think about me? Do I really need to yell at her? Do I really need to tell her what's right and what to do? Maybe she's just doing what's right for herself. She's doing what's right for her health, doing what's right for her dog. It's a street, it's a neighborhood. She can do whatever she wants. You see kind of where we're going with this? But really understanding where this judgment came in the first place. And in this example that I have, is me wanting to teach people, tell people, don't walk all over me ever again. But then understanding what's behind it and what's under it. Okay? So remember, you list all the possible triggers, past wounds, traumatic events, all these powerful experiences. Let them come out. Trust yourself. You're going to be okay when you expose these things. You're going to be okay. Right? These need to come out of your head so you stop having those overwhelming thoughts. Okay? This needs to come out of your subconscious mind, which is 95% of our mind. 95% of your mind is your subconscious mind. So those things that you say like, no, forget about it, don't think about it, push it away. It gets stored in your subconscious mind until you meet with it face to face. The whole scenario, just like the empowering language, the whole scenario, the whole wording, the whole phrase, the whole memory. Bring it up so that it releases out of your mind, out of your body. That tense feeling that you feel when you're judging, that will finally be released after doing all these, this whole chart. All right, so you can pause this now and go through all of your 10. Go ahead. Ooh, okay, I know where you're at. I know what you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling liberated, but like you're afraid to be liberated, or you're feeling like really empowered, but you're afraid to be empowered, or you're like just excited and you're like, hell yeah, or you're like, this is just still freaking weird. Let it be. Everybody's going to go through a different experience through this day in the workshop. Everybody's going to go through a different experience. Let it be. Like I said before, trust that this is exposing something for you. This is teaching you something. Okay? So you're really going to become aware now just how many judgments really come into play for you. Right? I really want you to pay attention to your words, your thoughts, your actions, your judgments throughout the day. The more you become aware of your judgments, the less you become attached to them. The more you become aware of your judgments, the less you become attached to them. It will take the power away from the judgment and bring the power back into you. Okay? Really honor yourself in this moment. Honor yourself for opening up like you've never done before. Honor yourself for writing down your thoughts. Honor yourself for being honest with yourself. Honor yourself with showing up today. There's a lot of things that you can be grateful for within this moment, okay? And then I want you to start thinking about these few things here, okay? You can pause the video as I'm talking about these things, or you can just think of them as you're going through, or you can come back to these, okay? But you really want to start understanding if there are any patterns in your judgment, okay? So that you start understanding what happens before the judgment comes into play, so you can eliminate it before the judgments start happening, okay? Did anything you uncovered surprise you? Does anything Yeah, does anything surprise you? Did anything make you feel uncomfortable? Did it bring relief to you to look at these judgments? Remember that this is all a practice. Just because you did this day in the workshop, that you did this beautiful worksheet once, it doesn't mean that it's just going to pop in your head and, yep, it's going to happen every single day now. You have to work on it. You have to work through it. You have to stop pushing it away, start meeting with it face to face, and understanding why it's there, right? You become aware of these judgments, it takes away the power from the judgments and brings it back to you, which helps you restore that peace, all the peace inside you, all right? So, email me your thoughts. Email me that it made me uncomfortable, or it was weird, or here are my patterns. Email me, whatever, anything, any surprises that you had, any insights, any wins that you had through this. All right? Amazing job. Beautiful, beautiful gifts that you gave yourself throughout this whole time with me and with yourself and with your judgments. All right? I want you to do some deep breathing, do the meditations that we've done already, re-listen to them, do your breathing, give a little bit of self-care to yourself after this video, okay? To really just calm that mind, be with who you are, be with the moment that you're in right now. Take a bath, go for a walk, do the silent treatment, read a book, restore that energy. Restore that energy. All right? Awesome job, and I will see you on the next one.